This is the Ruger American Ranch 300 Blackout. Now, there. You see, I saw this rifle and I wanted it for very specific reasons. Because it's cheap and it's stupid quiet. Let me show you. Oh. Wait a minute. Wait, why? Okay. I don't know why I'm wearing these. I don't need them for this, as you can see, because it's stupid quiet. But you probably need them because you might not have a suppressor. And even if you do, you don't always shoot with the suppressor on. And even if you do shoot with the suppressor on, if they're supersonic, they're still not hearing safe. So you need some good ear pro. These are my absolute favorites. These are my AKT1s. And right now, shop.mrcolionnoir.com. They are on sale with 15% off when you use the code EarPro. So head over to shop.mrcolionnoir.com and get you some ear pro and protect those hearings so you don't get that whee, for the rest of your life. Anyway, back to the American Ranch. So in short, the American Ranch is a bolt action rifle with a 16-inch barrel that takes standard magazines. Come on, it just kind of speaks for itself. It just makes all the sense in the world. But like I said before, I wanted it because I love hearing the inherent, oh God. I can do this all day. You hear that? Like, it's just, there's something so cathartic. Like, you pull the trigger, watch. Okay, I might actually. All right, let's go. There we go. Woo! I love it. This is why I wanted this. I reached out to Ruger, I said, I want this. I want this because I knew how quiet I can get it. This is not gonna be your traditional video on this gun because I don't care about anything else other than the fact that I can shoot 300 subs suppressed out of this platform, which is a bolt action rifle. That is about as quiet as it gets. And it's just lovely, lovely. So right now I have my VX 6HD Leupold 1-6 on here. It gets the job done for the most part. When I say that hesitantly, just because I think I might put it on rings, but it's not too high. Also, I can still get a pretty good cheek weld, but if I wanted to lower it a little bit, I'll put some rings on there. I'll put the optic on rings. But also on top of that, I have a Bowers suppressor on there with the suppressor cover, which is probably not the smartest thing. Not because there's something wrong with the suppressor, but because the one flaw, which is not really a flaw, but kind of is that, see, in this setup, this thing is, it's awesome. It's awesome. Get in here and you just, I might not load the damn thing. You see, you just plink. And that's what this thing is. It's a freaking amazing plinker, but not like how the 22 is a plinker. It's like a grown-up plinker, because you could just sit here and just tag all day long. However, you take it off the tripod, things change substantially. The gun becomes incredibly front heavy. And part of the reason is because I put this big ass 762 Bowers suppressor on here, which does a great job at what it's supposed to do. However, it makes it incredibly front heavy. So now when I'm actually shooting freehand, initially it feels great. You start really kind of getting into a groove, getting shots, just hearing that thing just fly. Oh, you see how happy I am? You see how happy I am? See how happy I am? And then as you get through half of a mag, you start getting tired. Because as you can see here, while I'm running the gun, initially when you're fresh, it's great. You come here, pull it up, but then you realize, once I fire the round, I gotta use one hand, or I could brace it against here, to rack the bolt, put it back in. Then when I'm coming here, all the weight, front end weight, is on this hand. right? So, and even you can see there, I could barely keep this up. It starts to get a little, hey, come on, you're ruining the video. It gets incredibly front heavy. I kind of messed up. I should put a lighter suppressor on here. And then hell, when you put a full mag on this thing as well, it gets a little weighty from the standpoint that when you're shooting freehand, if I were to put a bipod on this and shoot from a bench, this thing's incredible. As you can see here, it's tons of fun. But that's not to say you can't enjoy yourself shooting freehand. You're just gonna have to be a little less, I don't know, excited about shooting it quickly, because shooting it quickly just becomes a chore. So for instance, I'm gonna try to mag dump this thing on camera. This is gonna be ugly, but whatever. All right, let's all right, there we go. All right. God damn it. This was stupid. This was a very dumb idea. I still got bullets, Jesus. God, you're still, okay, I'm sorry. There's what, let me see. There's like, damn. There's like 8, 10 rounds still left in this magazine, and I felt like I've been shooting forever. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually kind of fun. It's exhausting, it's tiring, but it's still fun nonetheless. But when you start taking a more leisurely approach to it, that's where this thing starts to shine. Because one, you get this lovely auditory explosion that's not the firearm. And that's the thing about shooting bolt action suppressed with 300 Blackout subsonics. The only sound literally is the target and the target. And the funny thing is, I complain about this thing in terms of how if you try to shoot it, if you try to basically bolt dump it, I guess is the better way to put it. I guess mag dumping is still appropriate. That it becomes a chore, but at the same time, it's the fact that I can have a full mag in a bolt action rifle and do that at the same time. This gun is this kind of it's like a hodgepodge mix of annoying and fun, right? Where inevitably you end up putting the gun down and feeling like that was fun. Annoying, tiring, but fun. But the annoying aspects of the gun aren't necessarily the gun's fault. This isn't designed to be an endurance shooter. Like, it's not designed for you to mag dump it. It's designed for you to kind of be on your property and walk around. I don't know if that's how you would walk around on your property, but whatever. Just walk around and you see something like a hog, you're like, oh shit, all right, up there's a hog. Let's get the hog. Ah, got him. And then you see another one and you're like, got him. Oh, there's another one. And it's so quiet, they have no idea what's going on. So they're just like, kind of all over the place. Now, quiet as kept, I don't have a ranch. It's not really quiet as kept, everybody knows that. But as a little ranch gun, which is the name of the damn thing, it's sublime. For a gun that's $550, Peter thinks it looks cheap. And I was like, Peter, just because it is cheap. However, the barrel and this trigger, and even how the stock feels, does not feel cheap. It kind of really honestly feels refined. So take this trigger, for instance. You have this little blade in the center of this trigger, all right? This little safety blade there. And then you have your standardized kind of curved trigger. You got the blade, which functions in my brain like a wall. Boom, that's your take up. In my mind, take up. There you have it. And the beautiful thing about this trigger is it's adjustable. You can adjust it from 3 pounds to 5 pounds. I don't know why you'd want to make it heavier, but I guess. So it's a single stage trigger, but because of this little safety blade here, it feels like a 2-stage trigger the way I like it. So as I said before, this gun is kind of like a give and take of good and bad, and then good again. It always ends up being good, but then there's these bads that kind of, you're like, okay, well, I guess I gotta understand why it's there. For instance, like this buttstock. This buttstock does a great job of mitigating recoil, feels excellent on your shoulder. However, if you start running the gun more dynamically, for instance, like here, come here, run the gun, come here, run the gun, and you'll get a groove going, and then you'll come off, and then you'll get that. It'll kind of catch a snag, which, you know, I mean, this is a cotton t-shirt, which you can also find at shop.mrcolion.com. But what ends up happening is it kind of snags on a shirt a little bit because it's a little grippy. It's grippy, see? It's gonna grab it. So it's doing what it's supposed to do, but it grips the shirt when you're trying to run it more dynamically. So, like I said, it's a give and take of good, bad, and then good again. So it's good because it mitigates the recoil well, kind of bad because it snags on a t-shirt, but then it's good again because, well, it snags on a t-shirt like it's supposed to, it's grips. So I just end up liking it for exactly what I want it for, which is like, yeah, sure, I can put some supersonic 300 black in here and go hunting with it, but when I'm out here, what is it, like 67, 68 degrees right now? Sun is out, it's a beautiful day. And I just want to come out here. It's kind of quiet, but for that tractor running in the background. But I mean, come on, man. Like, come out here. That is peaceful. At least it is for me. Maybe I'm crazy, but. And then having to work the bolt, it's almost kind of like, it forces you to pause and appreciate what just happened. Whereas with the semi-auto, I mean, it's still fun, but it's fun in a different way. It's fun like fast food is fun. This is like a steak, you know? You go and you take your time, you know? You hit, rack it, appreciate what you just did. Next shot. Oh, he's coming back. Huh? Yeah. Oh, these stupid wasps. All right. It was peaceful. So the damn wasp. Whatever. I can't believe I'm gonna let you post that. The Ruger American Hunter 300 Blackout, brought to you these wasp. Hey.
You know how frightening it is to think about what happens in the moments before, during, and even days after having to use your gun in self-defense? When you first start carrying a gun for protection, it can be a very scary and nerve-wracking experience, especially if you haven't gotten the education and training you need to feel confident. I've been there myself, hoping I never have to go through a self-defense shooting, which is why I'm a member of the USCCA. As a USCCA member, you can eliminate some of the stress of carrying a gun for protection by accessing the amazing wealth of firearm education, training, and current state-specific gun laws of your state or states you may travel to. This can help you be prepared for, or hopefully even avoid, a self-defense incident. As a bonus, members automatically become insured on the self-defense liability insurance policy purchased by and issued to the USCCA. Click below to learn more. Guns aren't political. That's why I need your help getting this message to spread on YouTube by clicking the thumbs up button, leaving a comment to let me know what you think of the video, then subscribing to the channel. But most importantly, click that bell symbol. For products featured in this video, click the links in the description.